What is up, family? Good morning. I hope all of you are having, a good Sunday. Like it's Sunday over here, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time, in New York. But yeah, let's get into it. So I made $15 from my phone, and it felt pretty good because the whole time I was drooling, sleeping, eyes shut. Um, And yeah, I think that was one of the most realest moments with the whole Forex journey. I'm like, I'm definitely gonna do this. Like, it's a no brainer. So let's talk about it. So this is like still, my venture getting into it, something still new to me. But when I put in these numbers in my MetaTrader 4, which is the account that I trade in, I was not expecting I don't know what was to be expected, like you hear making money from your phone and it's like, okay. But in this case, I was watching a training with the Retired in 365 and King Eze, Mr. Cut the Check, follow him at Our Royal Throne. But yeah, so he's going over DeLorean, which is one of the strategies within the I Mastery Academy. And he ends up giving out a trade, and this is before I knew really anything. I just said, you know what? I know how to put this in. So SL, which was abbreviated for stop loss, TP, which was abbreviated for take profit. And feeling like I put it in, this was a 9 o'clock call. Yeah, it was like a 9 o'clock call. So I put that in. It had went negative, and I was like, all right, you're gonna see how this plays out because either way, the stop loss is put so that I wouldn't lose a great amount of money. So whatever. So you finish the training, all that. Like I still see that it's negative. End up going to sleep within like after an hour or so. And I woke up like at 9 that morning. That was the first thing I thought of. Like, let me check my MetaTrader 4. Let me check my MetaTrader 4. And it was just sitting there, $15. And I was like, yo, okay, okay, now I gotta learn how to do this. I have to learn how to do this. Um, and yeah, I think that was the official start of knowing I literally made money while I was asleep. Shout outs to the thumb. It did all the work. The thumb did all the work. You start really reflecting, how many of us work for under $15 an hour, over $15 an hour. Either way, it's physical labor, you know? Um, I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of reading, and I think for me, it was all about being able to apply the things that I was reading and not really knowing how. So yeah, like this is just a opener for me, and it's a ride. It's a ride that I'm taking, and um, I'm looking forward to seeing what has to come from these things. Because listen, when I tell you, too many of us, myself included, are in a position where we think that money or becoming rich can come from literally just spending so much time doing things that you don't want to do. Or even if you do want to do it, it's not balancing out the amount of effort that's being put in versus the money coming out. So it is really a change in activity. Change in activity. Um, and I think once you get the flow of that, and even for myself, once I'm starting to get the flow of it, it's going to become so much more simpler for me. It's already starting to become so much more simpler for me because um, I'm starting to really see like you really have to put yourself in position to be around, not only be around people that have what you want, but do the things that they do. You can't not absorb what's happening and you're in the vicinity. So you have to be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. For me, for so many years, I am trying to apply Napoleon Hill, try to apply the law of this, trying to apply the law of that. And I was just in the wrong place. You know, you're around people that don't get it. They don't really have what you want. It's more facadish. Um, and really you have what they want. That's tricky. That's kind of scary. So um I would definitely say this journey is becoming so much fun. It's becoming so much fun because that $15 started it. Regardless of me hearing making money from your phone, I think what really did it for me was the $15 when I woke up. And the first thing I thought about, because remember prior to this, I was looking at videos on YouTube. Mr. Kingdom Cash, also known as Mr. Charles Dyson, um, he had a couple of different videos, but one of his first testimonial videos that I had saw was when he mentioned him and his wife and how they had made $6. It was just $6. But that was the image that I had in my head because I was like, oh, you mentioned him and his wife was like jumping up and down and like so I kind of wanted to. I did it. I woke up. I didn't even tell my fiance yet. Like I was just like, all right, all right. Like this is done. Like this is legit. This is something that I can do. This is something that he can do. This is something that we can share. Um, but you have to keep in mind, not everyone is going to be open to it because they're accustomed to a way of living. And that's just the way it is. This is not for everyone. So also building that mentality to know, yeah, it works, but everyone's not going to see it the way that it works. And some people are just happy with the way that they're living and the things that they're doing. And that's okay. I'm not. You're not. So you have to continue to press on the gas, which leads me into believing and um, the secret. The secret. So the opposite of courage is conformity. And yeah, I was one of those people that thought I only went to work because everybody else goes to work. I mean, I had my little things that I did love about it, but the end result was I knew at some point I really didn't want to move up in the leadership. It was like there's nobody doing what uh well basically none of the leaders looked happy enough for me to want to say I want to apply for that. I'll put it like that. Um and it got to a point where I still found myself trying to apply for positions and reacting to the fact that I didn't get them, knowing, okay, but I didn't really want it. So that's one thing. But it's conformity, when you're around people that um good morning, babe. When you're around people that do or that work, you work, they work, but it's more or less I'm working because I know I need the money. Okay, I'm working because I know I need the money, but more or less, like I, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to just be honest. Like that was like the everybody needs money, so yeah, we have to work. At least that's what I thought at the time. So it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful to know there are options out there, and I kind of felt, some type of way. Like there's really other ways to create such a higher Oh man, like we all have the potential to put ourselves in history books at this time and moment. We all have the the power to really just do magnificent things, and yet a lot of us just know so little. And it's not our fault. It's a generational thing, you know. So I think for me, I got to get out there. You know, I got to get out there. Um, I have 5 reasons. I have 5 reasons specifically, um, but as I look at my 5 reasons, I want to keep the energy of this one because uh, my daughter drew on this, and this was at the time that I wrote it. She wasn't writing on anything, you know, so she found it. Well, not really found it. I took it out of my pocket to get her younger sister ready, and she went ham with my highlighter. And I could still read it. Thank goodness it's a highlighter. But that 5th reason on here, for someone who's to themselves most of the time, I'd like to gain the confidence to speak on some things that's personally working for me and resulting in a strong positive impact to be able to share the gift of creative peace and happiness. And it's working. It's working. Like there was a time where I could not speak on camera because I don't know, that fear was instilled in me in some form of anxiety, some form of vibration where it was just not working. You just couldn't. I'd be sweating. It was just to the point where I just couldn't get on camera. But look at me now. This is 8 months of me being within the community, me off the camera presenting things like so. Yeah, for sure. That's the start of that. But belief, I think, is where it starts too. Like you have to really put forth the effort. You have to challenge yourself. You have to challenge yourself because that's where it all starts. That $15 was enough for me to just kick in. Um, I've still played the game with the hesitancy of in and out because I felt like it was facadish. I felt like maybe, you know, the maybe started coming in like it's not what it really is. And no, they started making more. So I'll pop those in another videos, but it's like, you cannot allow fear to freeze you and put you in position to conform to society, conform to what's around you. And that's where the thinking comes in, like being able to think for yourself. And because so many people don't do it, which again is not their fault, not to justify it, um, that's where the pushback comes into play. Because now you have a whole bunch of people that think this way, and here you are thinking this way, and everybody's looking at you like, but it's okay. And once you see that it's okay, the levels of vibration, you're going to start to find more people around you that see the way that you see things, and it only goes up from there. So, yeah, the $15 was something that I'm just so proud of because this thumb worked some magic. And I'm looking forward to being able to continue to share this journey. Anybody can do this. Please subscribe. You know, I it's something that I would need to start to implement as well. Subscribe, like the video, comment, um, positive vibes over here. I just want everybody to win. Honestly, all of you deserve what's happening right now because this is December 20th, 2020. I'm gonna save that date because I need you guys to see the progression that's happening within me. If you're not anywhere near doing what I'm doing, I'm telling you it's possible. It's possible to transition yourself as long as you put in the effort every day. Um, what are you happy and grateful for? You know, write it down. all those great things are what's going to put you in position to move to the next level. So yeah, with that being said, I'm not going to take most of your time, but I just want you to enjoy this Sunday and know that um, seeing is sometimes believing, but you can do it. You can do it. And yeah, look at me. I'm over here looking. How do you end the live? But it's okay. Bless you, bless you. And I have my 2-year-old, excuse me, my 2-month-old behind me. Oh, there we go. All right, guys, take care.